Two for one special today. So I could honestly just sit here for like a solid 6 hours and go through pretty much everything I've heard concerning things that people say to try to negate veganism and to stop consuming animal products. Okay, so there's a lot to go through. There's like 1,000 different things that people will say, right? And there is a good answer to virtually every single response or argument or reason there is. So what I want to get at in this video is this: there are, if you were to compare the number of reasons of why you should be vegan, logically and rationally speaking, to the amount of reasons to continue to eat animal products, it's like the reasons that you could possibly give to eat animal products are so overshadowed by the amount of reasons that you should consume a plant-based diet and abstain from exploitation of animals. It's like so outnumbered, it doesn't even make any sense. Okay, so essentially what a lot of times a vegan, or I as a vegan, end up doing is trying to argue logic against irrational positions that are really rooted in food addiction, okay? And people just simply wanting to continue to eat meat and just stay blind and, just block out every other reason out there that people are throwing in their face to show why it's wrong to continue to do that. So essentially, if you can't beat them, just join them. Okay, that's what the point of this video is. It doesn't matter if you can point to one reason why it might be okay to eat meat in a certain case. The fact of the matter is there's so many more to not do it. Okay, and that's the problem. When you're weighing it, it's just no comparison. And if you keep watching the things I post, you'll come to see just that. I'll address pretty much every popular argument you can think of to not go vegan, and just pretty much tear them all down. And I'm not the only one that's doing this, by the way. There are a bunch of different people online that you could see. For example, if you want health-based arguments, there's a guy called Corey McCarthy that you can look up. There's a very popular YouTuber. He's a very strong agitator of people. But when it comes to health, he's very well educated concerning these things. You got Vegan Gains. You also have an up-and-coming doctor who's really shaking the scene now called Dr. Avi Bitton. And if you were to look up, I believe his YouTube channel name is just Avi online, you will see he has a lot of debates concerning nutrition. He goes over medical and nutritional research papers and all that stuff. If you are looking more so for the ethical side of things, there is a channel called Ask Yourself on YouTube. Now, I don't agree with everything this guy says. Same thing with Vegan Gains, philosophically speaking. But when it comes to making ethical arguments for veganism in particular, Ask Yourself is one of the best I see doing this. He is very abrasive, but his logic is extremely tight when it comes to the arguments that he makes. So these are all just a few resources, and there's a bunch more, honestly, out there. Really, there are. Like, if you were to just look for them, you can find them very easily. But there's a bunch of very solid arguments to go vegan and very, very poor arguments to continue to eat and exploit animals. Okay, so just know that's out there. Okay, and if you are in any way rational, logical about the decisions that govern your life, you will quickly find that veganism is one of the most compelling, bulletproof ideologies out there. And it's very difficult. You just kind of feel like this bubble you've been living in your entire life, this is how it was for me, just continually shrinks to the point where it gets so uncomfortable because the bubble becomes so tight around you that you have to make a decision about it. And just make the right one. Just go vegan.